Imagine a city suddenly facing its worst nightmare, a massive storm, a rising flood, and a terrifying threat lurking beneath the waves. Sharks swimming right through the streets, hunting down anyone caught in the water. Our story begins with a young woman named Dakota. She's at home, just talking on the phone, when she gets the news that a monster storm is about to hit. All around her, the city goes into a frenzy. Shopkeepers are slamming their shutters closed, and families are grabbing whatever they can carry to get out of the area as fast as possible. But when Dakota steps outside, she is strangely calm. Her neighbor begs her to run, to save herself, but she refuses. You see, to Dakota, this house wasn't just wood and bricks, it was her mother's home. Her mom had passed away, and these walls were the only place where she still felt her presence. Dakota decided right then she wasn't leaving her mother's memory behind, even if it meant facing death itself. The scene shifts to a nearby lakeside, where we meet Dee and her two brothers, Ron and Will. They're trying to enjoy themselves, but the mood is ruined when their stepfather, William, shows up. It's clear right away that he's a mean, bitter man. Even though he adopted these three kids, there isn't a drop of love in him. He's always shouting, always scolding, and never has a kind word for them. We don't know why he's like this yet, but we'll find out soon enough. Then we meet Lisa. She's young, heavily pregnant, and driving home while talking to her worried mother. Her life is a mess. Her husband left her, she's almost due, and now she hears a storm is coming. Panic sets in when she sees the bridge ahead is closed. She sees people fleeing in a panic and tries to tell herself, "It's okay, it's just a little rain. It'll pass." That one thought would turn out to be the biggest mistake of her life. Finally, there's Edward, a marine biologist. He's been tracking the ocean and knows something terrible is coming. When the official reports confirm a marine tempest is headed for the city, he panics. His first thought is his niece, Dakota, the daughter of his late sister. He calls her, begging her to leave, warning her, the whole city will be underwater. But Dakota is stubborn. She won't budge. Edward finally gives in, saying, "Fine, stay if you must, but I promise you, I will come to rescue you if things go wrong." Then, the storm hits. It isn't just rain, it's a war of wind and water. The embankment breaks, and the ocean simply swallows the city. Streets become rivers, cars are tossed like toys, and water smashes into homes, washing everything away in a heartbeat. Lisa is trapped on the road. A fallen tree blocks her path, and a truck driver tells her to turn back, but the water is rising too fast. In a desperate move, she tries to drive over the tree, but her car gets stuck. The current grabs her car and the truck, spinning them away until Lisa's car slams into a tree. She's trapped, and the water is rising. But then, things get much worse. That truck was carrying meat. As it crashed, the cargo spilled, and blood began to cloud the water. In the ocean, the scent of blood is a dinner bell for sharks. Drawn by the smell, they begin to circle. Meanwhile, William and his wife are in their basement, drinking and acting like everything is fine. They think their house is watertight and feel totally safe. At the same time, reporters are swarming Edward's office. He tells them he can't confirm anything yet, but on the news, they're already sensationalizing the story, saying the storm will bring sharks into the city. They didn't know their fake news was about to become a bloody reality. The water finally breaks into Dakota's house and William's house. Ron realizes they're in big trouble and mentions there are life jackets in the car. Outside, two men in a boat hear Lisa's screams. One of them jumps over to help her. When she cries out that she's pregnant, he tries to reassure her. His friend goes to grab a cutting tool to get her out of the car, but suddenly, the water ripples. Something pulls him under. When he screams and surfaces, his arm is gone. Before he can reach safety, a shark lunges again and drags him into the depths. Dakota sees this horror from her window and screams, "There's a shark!" Lisa is paralyzed with fear. Just then, the truck driver wakes up and stumbles out of his cab, straight into the mouth of a shark. Back at the lab, Edward hears the dam has burst. He knows Dakota is in grave danger. He makes a deal with the pushy reporters. "Drop me off near my niece's house, and I'll give you the exclusive interview you want." At William's house, he and his wife finally try to leave with life jackets. But the moment they step out, a baby shark attacks William. Seconds later, a massive mother shark appears and kills his wife. Just like that, the kids are orphans again. Now, it's just Ron, Dee, and Will left in the house with sharks circling in the living room. Ron tries to think. He wants to distract the sharks with meat so they can reach the car. Dee remembers there is meat in the basement fridge, but a shark is already prowling the hallways. Meanwhile, a tree crashes through Dakota's house, ruining her sanctuary. She hears Lisa screaming for help across the water. At first, Dakota is too scared to move, but then Lisa cries out, "Help me! I'm pregnant! I want this baby to live!" That did it. Dakota remembered her own mother. She couldn't let another child grow up without a mom. She grabs a knife, ignores her fear, and swims to Lisa's car. She climbs on the roof, cuts through the debris trapping Lisa, and pulls her back to the house. Lisa tells her, "We can't just sit here, we have to signal for help." Dakota takes the house curtains to the roof and spells out a huge "help" sign, praying a helicopter will see it. But Lisa's labor pains are starting. The baby is coming, and they have no way out. Edward and the reporters reach the city limits. The water is too deep for cars, so they grab a small boat to finish the journey. Back at Ron's house, Ron goes to the basement for the meat, but he finds William alive. The shark had let him go. William is injured and demands help, but Ron finds a hidden letter first. It turns out the government was sending $500 a month for the kids' care, but William was starving them and keeping the money for himself. Furious that his secret is out, William attacks Ron. But Ron fights back, and Dee delivers a kick that sends William flying into the water, where the shark finally finishes him off. Ron grabs the meat and some dynamite he found. He straps the meat to the explosives and tosses it. The shark swallows it whole. Boom! The shark is gone. They are finally free to get to their car. Back at the other house, Lisa tells Dakota there's a boat nearby, the one from the men who tried to save her. Lisa is in too much pain to move, so Dakota decides to go. She fills a bag with meat from the fridge to use as bait. It works. Every time a shark gets close, she throws a piece of meat the other way. But then, the meat runs out. A massive shark appears right in front of her. Dakota stays perfectly still, showing no fear, and incredibly, the shark swims away. She reaches the boat and finds a fishing rod, but she looks back and sees the house is collapsing. Lisa is floating on a bed, the house breaking apart around her. The pain is too much. She gives birth right there in the floodwater. The blood brings the sharks back instantly. Lisa manages to put her baby on a wooden plank and, with a sharpened stick, stabs an approaching shark in the eye to drive it off. Dakota sees another shark coming at Lisa from the other side. She uses the fishing rod to take it down and pulls the boat up to her. Just as Lisa is about to climb in, a huge shark flips the boat over. All hope seems lost until Edward arrives. He has a high-tech device that emits a signal to drive sharks away. He drops it in the water, and the predators flee. He pulls Dakota, Lisa, and the tiny baby into his boat and speeds away to safety. In the end, against all odds, they made it. Lisa calls her mom and shows her the new baby, everyone crying tears of pure relief. The city is gone, buried under the sea, but a small group survived. Dakota, Lisa, the baby, Ron, Dee, and Will. They were the ones who didn't give up, who fought for each other, and who stayed brave when the world turned into a nightmare. And that is how their story ends.